We're into match number 3 in the Ultimate Team Schmoedown. And so far we've had 2 matches and 2 straight legit knockouts. Let's hope that trend does not continue today. Today we have the Time Machine, Janine the Machine, and Ethan Big Time Irwin. This was a team that was set up all the way back at the beginning of this particular season, back at the New York City live event. They didn't then debut as a team until 4th of July weekend. We're now finally getting their second match, and it's here in the Ultimate Team Schmoedown. They're going to be facing the Scream Queens, who started out 2-0, have now hit kind of a bump in the road, and have lost 2 consecutive. They're trying to get back on the winning end. So, can they get back in the win column with a big W? No, that doesn't look like... Here, maybe that. Does that look like a W? Oh, of course it doesn't. Well, they can potentially get a win now in the first round of the Ultimate Team Schmoedown. So, Time Machine, Scream Queens, who's going to come out on top today? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Welcome back. So, as I alluded to, this team tournament has not gone very pretty so far in terms of competitive balance. We've had 2 matches, 2 KOs, legit KOs, no TKOs, but straight KOs. Let's try to avoid that. Whatever it takes, no knockout today. The Time Machine obviously is a team that is very knowledgeable. Ethan Irwin, anything you put Ethan Irwin in is going to be very high knowledge and very tough to beat and take out. Janine the Machine, also very knowledgeable in her own right. The Scream Queens, like I alluded to, trying to get back on the winning end. This is kind of an unfortunate team to be having to face when you've been struggling a little bit, trying to get back in the win column. I certainly hope there's not a knockout. I have faith that the Scream Queens will be able to do so, although it's not going to shock me if Time Machine can get a KO or a TKO here. They're so knowledgeable, as I've alluded to about a billion zillion times already. So, I guess there's no reason to delay it anymore. I'm ready to play. Why? Because I had sushi for dinner. Yes, and that's brain food, apparently. I don't know who ever came up with that, but I'm sure they're full of crap. Sushi doesn't build brain power. It does something, but it does taste good. So, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. Let's try this again. In 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Memo to anybody, don't ever give sushi to Gordon Ramsay. He will say, "It's raw, you donkey." He'll probably say donkey too. Hello, Mark. Hello, Clark. Hey, that kind of rhymes. You are looking live from Collider Studios to Burbank, California. I finished. And here's to a good match. Try to do it with one hand. Ah, yes, that skill right there, ladies and gentlemen. And hello, Clark.
It is so good to see you, Clark, and this is a format that I know you're used to. It's the Ultimate Schmoedown Teams Edition. You of the legendary,
Get a ticker.
the
Boop, boop, boop.
Shire
No KO,
please.
please.
Time Machine, who are going to be clashing in this
I agree.
matchup. What would be the advice of a Clark Wolf?
My advice,
play your game. Just play your game.
Just take every question one at a time.
That's play your game.
Especially earlier in these matches, because it really is.
I don't know why I've already got my marker set. It's like I'm ready to get wrong answers. I just want to get wrong answers over and over and over and over and over.
Communicate. Always talk to your partner, you have to confer. Well, when it's allowed, that is. Don't cheat. No cheating. Cheating's bad.
I would say that would be my one piece of advice. Hey,
Yes,
maybe don't
don't
cheat,
cheat
but
Don't cheat.
because
the
then you'll
Scream
be
Queens have certainly
stripped
been
of
here
a
before.
national
So on paper, you look at
championship,
Scream
and then
Queens,
you'll
who
have your
graduated
Heisman
season
Trophy
2 and
taken
Tom
away,
Thompson,
and
who
oh,
sailed the
poor
Time
Reggie
Machine. However,
Bush.
they're just a bunch of newbies here, but the Time Machine is comprised of Ethan, Big Time Irwin, Janine the Machine. They know their way around a singles match, and I've really been impressed
Somebody will
with their
say, this
chemistry
team's
and
new.
match
Oh,
in
they did the slow-mo.
Absolutely, and they
Choo,
really balance
choo,
each other
choo.
out. You know, I think Ethan
Somebody
has
goes
a
say
lot of
Time
that.
Machine's new. You know what they're
Janine's
going to
an
say?
incredible competitor.
Whatever.
I loved watching her find her footing in this game, and Ethan is a former champion.
Yep.
So you know, the two of them hopefully will balance each other out, complete each other's, you know, wherever they might be lacking, and they just gotta, like I said, just gotta talk to each other when it's allowed.
And on the other side of the ledger, Scream Queens. Now,
Yes.
Ethan and Haley Fouch, of Scream Queens fame, have some history because they clashed in New York with Ethan getting the better of Haley in that match. But now Haley teams up once again with Kaylin Corrigan. And so when they're the Scream Queens, we know
I'm
from their
dead.
name that they're looking at hard
Radiation.
to categories
That's
they
all
can
right.
win
I
on. If
used to
they
be
get
the
that ground
nuclear
seed worked
reactor.
out, they could
I
ramp up
was
the
the
rest of
nuclear reactor.
I love both of these
Just for
ladies
people out there that
individually
don't
and together, and
think
know
I
that they have an
was, that
incredible
did that as
wealth
a
of knowledge.
joke.
My advice for Haley would be, do not let whatever matches came before get inside your head. It's a new match. It's a new day. Go in fresh, and
It's a
I think
new
it's
day.
That's
It's
right.
a
I mean,
new
if you lost to somebody previously,
generation.
as soon
A
as that first
new
question in your match gets
generation.
asked, you just realize, oh, it's a
Man,
blank slate. Anything
legacy
can happen,
theme.
and
I have
we're about to find out.
not
Let's
heard
take a look
that
at what
theme in
Ethan
quite
had to
some
say
time.
pre-show right now.
What else do I do but put a machine and a big time together?
What's a big time?
You got a challenge coming.
Let's put a big time together. Just with words, it doesn't sound right.
Feels like forever since we did our last match.
I mean, it really was. It was. We've been to New York since then.
We've done the legwork, and I think we got a pretty good shot here today.
How are you feeling after the match today?
Not awesome.
So good to be back in my home state of California. New York, you're beautiful. I love you, but you kicked my ass a little bit. I'm glad to be back on the home turf. I'm stoked and obviously a little nervous to go back up against Ethan, especially with Janine at his arm.
We meet
but I got
again.
back up this time. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna freak out.
Scream Queen's going to be back for sure. They're now 2-2.
Yeah, I feel like as time goes on and we're getting more of a feel for the game, we're becoming better as a team. We've grown chemistry-wise.
Janine and Ethan are a fearsome duo, but they're still fresh. They're still new. They're still working out their team dynamic, and we are rock solid.
I believe that you and Ethan are going to be facing off against one another plus 2 people in the teams tournament.
I'm super stoked to be back in the teams tournament with my proper partner this time around. We all know how things went with Eric. I got someone I can count on with me, someone I can trust to stay on my side.
I mean, this is exciting for me because obviously, you know, I won the singles tournament last year, and so to take the team title as well is A, exciting, B, I think we have a real shot at it, and I think we can go all the way. Time Machine for life! Yes!
We are the Scream Queens. And
For
we've come
life,
to win.
for life, for life.
We're all out of bubblegum. We've come to kick ass.
Yeah, but the question is, were they doing Duke Nukem or were they doing Roddy Piper from They Live?
All right, well, there you go. You have the understated confidence of Ethan and Janine. I wouldn't say it's fair to claim that they're looking past anybody, past Scream Queens, but certainly with the pedigree of a Janine and Ethan, they certainly have the belt in their grasp. And Scream Queens, too, I think that they're looking to make a run of this tournament. Neither one is just happy or content with being here, Clark. They want to continue to advance.
I love seeing that drive. I love seeing people hungry for those belts. Get those belts.
That's right. Well, that is from somebody who
You know how I
knows
feel about this, Mark. I like a belt.
a belt. And then I saw a couple months ago you also had a crown on your head. So you Miss Congeniality all over. We are outside of the great state of New Jersey as we are currently in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown studios, live from
Currently
Iowa,
outside of New
and
Jersey.
We're gonna go to the tail of
I'm
the
a
tape.
little bit closer to
Tell
New
me what
Jersey
Scream
than
Queens
you.
are good at.
For Scream Queens, our
And I can
strengths
tell.
are horror
I can
movies,
smell the bagels in the
and
air.
partying at
and
Red
the-
Roof Inns.
The
Yeah,
polluted
Red Roof
water.
Inn. That's actually a Red Roof Inn
Blech.
Plus.
Ah.
That's right, Haley and I, Red Roofie buddies for life in Secaucus, New Jersey. A gaggle of us stayed there and had
More
a good
New
time.
Jersey
That's a
references?
story for another night.
What
Time
is
Machine,
this?
Their tail of the tape. What can they do?
We are looking at rom-coms, Oscars, and defeating the evil Shredder.
You know, every time that Shredder, he just seems he's
A
up to
kitchen
no good.
utensil?
Him and Krang and the Techno thing.
I bet it never have to ask
That
for a
dude.
can
Dudes all
opener.
around, and I think we're two good people,
Yeah,
so we're
I'd
ready to
say,
go.
relatively.
Yeah, well, you know, again, anything
Good
can happen
enough.
late at night. Are you ready to go in this match?
I'm ready.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yay!
Introducing first.
Not bad.
For the record,
You know Ken Knapsack, but I'll give you a little bit of
Please
credit there.
welcome to the stage Haley Fouch and Kaylin Corrigan, the Scream Queen.
Look at these awesome ladies.
That had a little bit of Christmas vibes at the beginning.
Ready to go.
Yeah. Why
some,
are towns putting Christmas stuff up before Halloween? I was driving to work about a week ago, and there were already Christmas wreaths, candy cane lights, reindeer, and all that crap on the street lights. Why?
Of 1-0, it's Ethan.
Them Christians just want to take more and more of the calendar to themselves.
Time Machine.
All right.
Janine and Big Time. All smiles.
They did it again. They did it again.
80s high fives in
Because they went to a time machine and they did it again. They did it again.
Scream Queens are seated up on the table, and I will now read the rules of round number 1.
Something, something, something. No penalty for a wrong answer.
To the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing available.
There,
And
they
round
said it.
number 1, it is the team format. However, round number 1 is an individual exercise. You may not rely on the strength of your team member for help. It is
There.
1 point that you may accrue.
Didn't
on
want to
behalf
come
of the
off.
team. There's no penalty
Didn't
for
want
missing a question.
JTH to get
There's no
wrong
penalty in
answers.
round number 1.
Well,
All
you
right, these teams have
failed.
3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get it answered, or you just want to hang out a little bit longer in the studio. Use the JTE rule. You
Want
also
to
reach
hang
out
out?
to use at any
Want to
point
hang
during
out
any
with
round of
me?
match. All right. So with that out of the way, go to Scream Queens first. Caitlin, Haley, you prepared, ready to go here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And Time Machine, Janine and Ethan, how we feeling?
Good, ready?
Always be closing.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Yay!
Good.
ABR. Always be recording. No, 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 no.
First question, Clark, at your leisure.
Thank you, sir. Question number 1 in the category of comedies.
They gave you a better laugh than they usually
I
do.
love it.
So did I.
Every time. All right, in the category of comedies, the question is, Bill Murray stars as zany camp counselor Tripper Harrison in this 1979 comedy.
I feel like in the 1980s, anytime a critic didn't know what to say about a comedy, they'd say, it's zany.
I think you're right,
They're like,
actually.
hey, is that movie good? It's zany.
It sure is zany.
5, 4, 3, 2,
That's not right.
1.
Caddyshack.
Down, Kaylin, going to you first. What did you have?
I don't have it.
She did not have it. Does Janine?
Just guess Caddyshack.
It is not Caddyshack. Haley.
Took a shot with stripes.
All right, Ethan.
Meatballs.
There
It is meatballs.
Oh,
It's
meatballs.
Is meatballs.
Lots of nice Bill Murray.
Tasty
movies,
food,
you know?
too.
Yes.
So
Thank you for giving all of our audience members nice.
Like the
viewing
Swedish
experience.
meatballs.
Moving
Made
on
by
to
Swedish chef.
action/adventure.
La la
And your
you.
question in that category for a point is, in the year 2000 film Gone in 60 Seconds, who plays Nicolas Cage's old flame, Sway? Now that can't be her given name.
Oh, sure.
It's like Sarah Wayland, I think is her full name.
Is
Oh.
I have a feeling Ethan's
Nice
gonna get
flex
this
over
one.
there. Nice
Sarah
flex.
Sway Wayland, I think.
Yeah, they call me Sway. 5, 4, 3,
Angelina Jolie.
1. Janine.
Angelina Jolie.
It is Angelina Jolie. Haley.
Angelina Jolie.
She got it as well. Ethan, do I need to ask?
Angelina Jolie.
And
There it
Kaylin.
is.
Angelina Jolie.
All right.
I don't want to
Alright,
ask,
points
but
across the
it's my
board.
contractual
And
duties to
currently,
do
Time
so.
Machine holds sway over Scream Queens
I see what you
by
did
1.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
All right.
Wink.
Take it over, Clark.
All right. Let me help you out here. Question
I didn't
number
say
3 in
wink.
the category of
Wink.
dramas. Michel Gondry directed Jim Carrey in what 2000s film?
I like how you put just enough of a French accent on there.
Michel.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is how you say it.
I just always said Michelle Gondry, and I thought it was a woman named Michelle Gondry directed 5, 4, 3. Like how
This is
Michelle
not
Gondry
right.
Question.
Oh.
Yes, 1 JTE rule for the Scream Queens. The question is, in the category of dramas, Michel Gondry directed Jim Carrey in what 2000s film?
This is probably not right. This is probably not even the 2000s, but I know it's a Jim Carrey movie.
I mean, it's just that kicked it
A
off.
Jim Carrey movie that I don't know the director, so
Mom loves him.
I guess The Truman
I
Show.
agree. I think my mom does too. Pens down. Gonna go to Haley first. What do you got?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That is
Is
correct.
Haley.
Does Ethan have it?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Yes,
Mind.
he does. Kaylin.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
There
And
it is.
Janine.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Nailed it.
Starframe.
JTE rule well used.
That's right. It's a long title you got to write down.
It is.
All right, your next question. In the world of biopics, your question. Which actor won an Oscar for portraying Truman Capote
Oh.
in the 2000?
There's Truman.
Capote. It's currently a 5-4 lead for Time Machine.
That's right. It's a close game. Anybody's game.
5-4.
Repeat the question.
We can certainly do that. Biopics. Which actor won an Oscar for portraying Truman Capote in the 2005 film Capote? So because that first question, Ethan, the only one that still has a chance.
Yeah, that's a perfect round. That's right.
Because he knew meatballs. And they are delicious.
They are delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already done the meatballs are tasty line. I said Matthew
Ethan,
McConaughey.
who you got?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Correct
There it
for a
is.
point. Kaylin
I don't have it.
does not have it. Does Janine?
Couldn't pull it.
And Haley.
Philip Seymour
She
Hoffman.
All
got
right.
it.
Very nice.
So still a tie game.
That's,
Still a tie game.
I believe it is now actually the tie's been
Oh, I'm
broken.
sorry.
Scream Queens.
Still 1 point game.
Rail.
That's what
By
I
a
meant.
point. Close enough to tie.
There we go. Question number 5.
We forgive you, Clark.
Category of fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the character of Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok?
Oh, yeah. All right, 5, 4.
Will you read the question?
Yes. Second JTE rule, and the question number 5 in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the character of Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok?
Come from the land where the ice and snow, where the
Boom, did it, boom, did it, boom, did it, boom, did it,
I
boom,
don't really
did
know
it, boom.
all the words,
Nobody does.
but I do when it's on in the car.
Yeah.
No, you
I
don't.
think they know the words.
That's a myth. That's just an internet rumor.
He doesn't know.
1, pens down.
Tessa
Kaylin,
Thompson.
You're up first. What do you got?
Tessa Thompson?
It is Tessa Thompson.
is.
Janine.
Tessa Thompson.
She has Tessa Thompson. Does Haley?
Tessa
Yes, she
Thompson.
does. And Ethan, big time
There
Irwin
it
has it
is.
as well.
Still a perfect game for Ethan Irwin.
I feel like that applause is more for Tessa Thompson for any one competitor. Maybe that's just me.
I applaud
No,
her
it's
all.
obviously for me.
So speaking of Thor Ragnarok, we move on to the category of comic book movies.
Ah,
And your question,
yay!
Batman
Yay!
Forever features Batman taking on which 2 iconic villains?
Not going to say what I was going to say.
I'll say what I was going to say. You know what I
Okay.
was going to say?
What were you going to say?
At home, still have the McDonald's collector's
Yes.
glass.
Yes.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Absolutely. My mom threw them away.
5,
but
4,
We had them.
3.
Two-Face
2,
and the Riddler.
1. Pens down. We go to Janine.
Two-Face and the Riddler.
It is
Great
Two-Face
job.
and the Riddler.
The Riddler and Two-Face.
Haley got it in the reverse order.
I also did that order. Riddler and Two-Face.
We'll give
It's a
you a
good
point
order.
either way. Does Kaylin have it?
The Riddler and Two-Face.
She got it.
Good job.
Ah.
All right.
Me and Janine
I was
are
going to make a Jim
have
Carrey
that in common.
reference, But
I was gonna. I have a question. After this question, I have a question to ask you.
okay, deal. Question number 7 in the category of horror thriller.
Oh dear.
Who plays Laurie Strode's daughter, Karen, in the 2018 Halloween?
All right, so
You know we don't honor that in this house.
you claim that your mom loves Jim Carrey, yet
Indeed.
she threw away a Batman Forever mug that had Jim Carrey.
You know, she doesn't like stuff.
Inconceivable.
That's the problem here.
one. Not a hoarder.
Don't
Hands down,
know.
we go to Haley first.
Blanked out.
She
Crazy.
blanked out. Did
Okay.
Ethan?
Judy Greer.
He
Greer it
maintains
is.
the
Oh,
game.
Judy
Caitlin,
Greer.
outside the film, did you have the actor?
No, I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Did Janine have?
Blanked as well.
Okay.
Who are we looking for? Judy Greer. Ethan
Sorry,
got
Judy.
it.
Yeah. Poor Judy Greer.
All right,
Sorry,
but
Tarek.
Scream Queen's still hanging in.
Yeah.
That's
It
all right.
is 11
Roca
to
didn't
9.
remember Judy Greer
Move
either.
on to the last
Mark
question.
Riley, John
Round
Roca,
number
3.
1. This is in the world of animated movies. and
Didn't
if
know she
big
was an
time
Ant-Man.
Ethan Irwin can get it right, then it's going to be a perfect round for him. Your question: what animated film based on a Dr. Seuss book stars the voice talents of Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, Ed Helms, and Danny DeVito? Need the name of the film? $1 to Clark Wolf if you can tell me Dr. Seuss's real name. I asked
Ichabod Crane.
Do I get a point if I can tell you?
Or is it John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
4,
I don't know.
3,
I don't actually know.
2,
The Lorax.
Mephistopheles.
That is literally like the opposite of what his name is. Pens down, Ethan. What do you got?
The Lorax.
That's
Lorax it
right.
is.
Does
That's a
Caitlin
perfect
have
game
it?
for Ethan Irwin.
Caitlin
Cats.
has cats. That is not
Cats!
correct, although it's a great guess. Janine,
The Lorax.
she got
Good
the
job,
Lorax.
she got it.
Haley.
And Horton Heels a who.
All right.
It's not Horton. Here's a who. Dr. Theodore Geisel.
Theodore, that was
The
it.
Lorax, and it is now 13 to 9, and so quite a surge there right at the end.
And
by
we
Time
had a perfect game for Mr. Ethan Irwin, did we not?
We did.
I also thought like 11 and 9
You see,
was
I feel like I'm
correct,
doing the
so
Ethan
am I
Irwin.
correct? I think
It
You ever
is
notice
a
he gives that
short
big
but it
big
is
applause?
really quick because Ethan Irwin, not only does he win a ride in a 2018 Ford Fusion around downtown
Hey,
Burbank, he
I've got a
also wins
2018
bonus
Ford
questions.
Fusion. It's called a NASCAR
You don't
diecast.
need to bother writing this down. Clark Wolf
You-
will be asking you your
It's
first
too dark
question.
over there. You can't see one.
All right, Ethan. In which film does Cameron Diaz co-star with Leslie Mann and Kate Upton?
The Other Woman?
That is correct.
Wow.
Another point. Proving once again why he
When
held
they're
the belt
discussing
for
round
so
2, I'll go ahead and whip out that 2018 Ford Fusion because it seems like he read my mind.
Thalamus cortex.
I'm really impressed at that pull, actually.
That's right. He managed to yank it out of the old hypothalamus and get it into his mouth in time. So now
Hypothalamus
it is 14 to 9, the Scream Queens
bleh.
trail Time Machine by 5, and Time Machine is going to have the right to spin the wheel first or defer. I mentioned the wheel because that's what round number 2 is. It is the wheel round. There's 10
A wheel
categories.
round.
There's also
Wheel of death.
the
Got
opponents.
afraid of the
I hate to see their
wheel.
competitors get an opponent's choice, which is really scary because that means that your opponents may pick whatever category they
2018
wanna settle in.
Ford
Once you
Fusion.
settle on a category,
Look at that
6
thing.
questions
That's a
by
beautiful
7
Ford
minutes.
Fusion
Each
right
question
there.
is worth 2 points.
Beautiful.
For missing your
Brad
guess,
Keselowski,
stealing-
holiday
I'm
knitwear
kidding,
car.
there is stealing in round number
Cannot
2.
believe that
You
this
gotta
thing
pay
actually got
attention around
made.
these parts.
And
If you're not sure the
that's an
answer,
NBC
that's
logo,
wrong.
yes.
We'll give you
This
4
this
options.
Schmoedown is
This
brought to you by
the correct
NBC.
answer.
Ding,
All
ding,
right.
ding.
Scream Queens Trail Time Machine by 5. So
Back to
Time
Mark with the
Machine.
weather.
Janine, you have the right to spin or defer to your opponents. What do you feel like doing? We'll spin. Ethan,
All right.
remain standing.
Spin that wheel.
Gonna walk over to the wheel.
All right, looking at
Come
that
on, Will.
Here's the
Time
spin.
machine needs
I see
your
some
help.
on there.
Not really, though.
Spin. Do we
Doing
have
hard,
the
doing what they can.
And it is looking like
Oh.
horror thriller.
Horror, thriller.
Now, this is
Now that's a scare.
That's right.
So he's keeping it.
That's right.
All right, he's keeping it.
Well, he's
Oh, you're conferring.
conferring.
We're having a
Okay,
conversation
stay at the
here.
wheel until we're done with the wheel, but
Oh, people are now allowed to roam all over the set if they want
this
to.
is madness.
It's
I don't
just-
even recognize
This-
this game anymore.
This is Sparta. I beat it for someone else could say it.
All right, so this is interesting because if you had been feeling confident, you could have taken that strength off the board from the Scream
That's
Queens,
right.
which could have been interesting.
And they might have spun
Classics.
Classics. Oh dear.
All right,
A
so
bunch of
classics.
questions I'm not going to get.
Classy classics.
All right, we will start with classics. Clark Wolf will be administering your series of questions. Clark, it is the world of classics, and this first one, as with all these questions in this round, is worth 2 points.
All right, your first question is, name the film in which Humphrey Bogart plays
Oh, that's-
Detective Sam Spade.
That's the Maltese Falcon.
Maltese Falcon.
That is correct.
Yay! I got a classic.
All right.
That will
Next
never
up.
happen again.
Who plays the corrupt police captain that Charlton Heston uncovers in Touch of Evil?
My streak of classic correct answers ends. 1.
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Laurence Olivier, B, Spencer Tracy, C,
I will go with
Orson Welles,
A.
or D, Burt Lancaster?
Although it could be any of them.
Orson Welles.
That is correct. 1 point.
My streak
I would
ends.
have guessed Dr. Zayas.
I am.
You would have said Dr. Seuss. Don't deny it.
That's just a little factoid for you all at home. All right, next up. What classic film inspired the characters in Sleepless in Seattle to meet at the Empire State Building?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, To Have and Have Not, B, It Happened One Night, C, Love Story, or D, An Affair to Remember?
An Affair to Remember.
That is correct for 1 point.
It was.
All right,
I've
doing real well
I've
in this
at least
category.
heard of An Affair to Remember. I believe that won a Best Picture.
Who directed the 1927 silent classic Metropolis?
Fritz Lang.
That is correct for 2 points.
Back when you could name somebody Fritz.
Fritz.
I missed the name Fritz. Start doing it again, parents.
Parents name their kids anything. Remember when I said they named kids a Cholet?
Bing Crosby,
Shit they?
Betty and Bob in what 1954 holiday classic?
Oh, is that Oh, that's White Christmas. White Christmas.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, White Christmas?
Yes,
B,
it's White Christmas.
Holiday Inn,
Because Bing Crosby
C,
sang the
Miracle
song.
on 34th Street, or D, Holiday Affair?
White Christmas.
It is White
Yes.
Christmas for 1 point.
I'm
are just making
dreaming
their way
That's
through
right.
this category.
of a
I've never seen a
white
full answer than Ethan would.
Christmas.
He might be answering these from a nap.
Sleeping with his eyes open. All right. Your next question. What 1955 sci-fi classic features a group of nuclear scientists unknowingly being recruited by aliens to save their planet, Metaluna, from destruction?
Planet Metaluna.
Not to be confused with Metaluna.
I believe that is in our solar system.
Sure.
Next to
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
That is incorrect.
2 points steal.
It came from outer space?
Dream Queens. They do not have the luxury
I don't
of
know.
multiple choice.
I don't even know if that's even a movie.
2 huge points if they get the steal.
I'm sure it's not Muppets in space.
5, 4, 3.
Forbidden Planet?
That is also incorrect. The answer is This Island Earth.
This Island Earth!
Ooh.
Mystery Science Theater, the actual Mystery Science Theater movie that was released in theaters was on This Island Earth.
that true?
Is anybody listening to me? Does anybody care
Wow.
about one? Nobody
One.
cared. I
One.
met eyes with at least 20 people in the studio, and they all nodded like, whatever you say, Mark.
All gave the Tim Allen.
I'm impressed.
Well, that is going to do it for Time Machines round number 2. And now Scream Queens. They still have a daunting task ahead.
I'm at least happy though. I got 2 classic questions right. That is 2 more than I've ever gotten in my life.
Ladies, at your leisure, they're going to take a spin in Kark. You know that they're looking for the horror thriller slice, maybe an action adventure.
Yeah. If I'm them, I'm looking for Spinner's Choice or I'm looking for
You know, that
horror.
David Fincher guy makes a lot of scary
Ooh,
movies.
that was
won
close.
Oscars.
That's a,
It could go either way.
yeah, that definitely could go either way. You got a lot of
Oscar films. And Haley, it does appear she's going to
Spinning
Yeah,
spin it again.
you get a lot of Oscar films in Oscar movies. I sure hope so.
The Scream Queens will play.
All right, and they might have spun Mr.
All right,
Mm.
all right.
McConaughey, big Texas Longhorn fan.
I just saw him driving.
And apparently a great Lewis Hamilton fan.
Really?
Also, congratulations, Lewis Hamilton, now a 6-time Formula One world champion.
Professor McConaughey now.
Yeah, Professor McConaughey.
Oh, Professor McConaughey. He teaches a class at Texas that I'm sure is very hard. All right.
Don't let him teach high school.
For 2 points. For a number of reasons.
Hey, thanks. Hey,
famous movie quotes
Hey,
in the history of Matthew McConaughey's lineage. All right, we have 6 questions in the wild, wacky, wonderful world of Matthew McConaughey. Your first one for 2 points, Scream Queens. In the film Tropic Thunder, who plays Kevin Sandusky, the novice actor and only person to attend boot camp before filming?
Is that
Need the name of the actual.
Is that Danny McBride?
Multiple choice, please.
I can provide that. Is it A, Jay Baruchel,
Okay.
B, Brandon T.
It's
Jackson,
there. I'll
C,
stick with Danny
Dana
McBride.
or D, Jason Bateman?
Jay Baruchel?
1 point for the Scream
All
Queens.
right.
Okay.
And they're on their way to a comeback. Your next question.
Don't call it a comeback.
In 1996's road trip comedy Larger Than Life, Bill Murray inherits what kind of exotic animal after his father passes away?
Ooh,
That'll be a multiple choice, please.
I can provide that. Is it A, a gorilla, B, a lion, C, a tiger, or D, an elephant?
I'll say it's a tiger. Although that sounds too much like The Hangover for it to be correct.
5.
Having never heard of
4,
this movie, we're going to go with
3.
gorilla.
So that is incorrect for a 1-point steal.
It's an elephant.
It is an
It
elephant.
is.
Didn't even need the options again. I've never seen it. I remember the
That-
poster.
That is
Christian
one
would have
that's
said the
gone
options
to my
anyway.
brain forever.
And I guess Matthew McConaughey was in it.
I
because
suppose. I only remember
Apparently
I
so.
remember the elephant and Bill Murray.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we move on to your next question. This is your third in the world of Matthew McConaughey. Who wrote and directed the 2012 coming-of-age drama Mud?
Dirt. Sand. We don't like sand.
Jeff Nichols.
One of my favorite movies
There
of
we
that year
go.
was Mud.
2 points on the board.
And once again, they cut the
There-
lead to
there's the-
10,
there's the
so
clap.
we're looking
He did
to
it. He
get
did the
well
clap I was
into
talking
position as
about.
we move into round 3.
See, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I've seen him do that kind of clap before.
Lineage.
Y'all thought JTH was crazy, didn't you?
Stephen Knight directs Matthew McConaughey in the 2019 Serenity opposite this A-list actress who plays the character of Karen Zariakis.
Anne Hathaway.
You
There
got
it
that one right.
is.
2 points for the Scream Queens with 2 questions remaining. It is now an 8-point game, still in favor of Time Machine. Your next query, your penultimate question in this round. The crime drama White Boy Rick is set during which decade?
Having never heard of this movie, so I will say the 70s. Maybe it's a disco film.
5, 4, 3,
Multiple choice.
2. Is it A, the 1970s, B, the 1980s, C, the 1990s, or D, the 2000s?
Well, that narrowed it down. And gosh, I could have sworn it would have been the 1910s.
Go to 5, 4,
70s.
3. That is incorrect for a 1-point steal. Is it 70s, 80s?
80s.
It is 80s for
No.
a 1-point
Christian
steal.
would have said
And so
those
it seems like
options.
it's time to screen
Would have
quiz.
said them all.
Yeah.
Time Machine makes it pay for it on the next question. 23 to 14. It's a 9-point
Oh,
match
dear.
right now. The Scream Queens still have 1 question left.
Please,
So they
no
can
knockout.
7 points, and I think that they really are going to need these 2 points
Yeah.
when they move into.
I'll do it
round
like
two.
that
So,
because it looks like I'm giving the
final
finger.
question.
Let's not.
What thriller
Let's not give
starred
that
Matthew
impression.
McConaughey and was directed by William Friedkin.
Cross the fingers and the thumbs. Everything.
Killer Joe.
There it is.
That's
for
a
2
big
points.
Yay! No knockout.
Big 2 points.
And there was
Scream
much
Queens
rejoicing.
back in round
Yay!
three As we move into round number 3.
Yay! Yay!
Trailed going into a round number 3,
Oh,
but
yeah.
what are you looking for right now out of Scream Queens? Because they're going to be asking questions first. You got to come out of the gate firing, or else it's all for naught.
You do, but you also just need to, take every round as it comes. Stop. Take a breath. Round 2 is over. You're about to go into round 3. Like, pay attention to what is exactly in front of you. Don't get
Attention to
worried about what
detail.
came before or what could happen. and use your strategy. Use your strategy in round 3 because there is strategy in round 3.
That's great advice for the competitors and also a nice reset.
Don't take categories you don't know.
As we get into round 3, here are the rules. Each team is going to give us a series of numbers.
Here's the strategy. Always pick 2. I haven't done that in a long time.
We get 3 from each team. The first number you give us corresponds to your 2-point question in any given movie genre. The next one is your 3-pointer. The next one, should we make it that far, is worth your 5-point question. Now, once we give you the category for your 2-point question, the team has to decide which member is going to answer that one. You have to answer that one solo, and then the opposite team member will answer the 3-point question solo. You may only confer with your teammate for the 5-point question. There's no stealing or penalty for missing a question. All right, Time Machine. You enjoy a 7-point lead over the Scream Queen, so we'll get your series of numbers first. What do you got?
9.
17.
3.
9, 17.
Ethan would have picked 1, 7, and 17.
For the Scream Queen.
Excellent numbers.
Yeah.
Very complimentary of Time Machine's numbers. What do we got?
What do you want? 7.
13.
5. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good.
I thought they were good numbers too.
Those are good numbers.
No, those are
I always
in some
say
ways
the
even better.
Same numbers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just every time.
Every time.
Just had to do it.
I-
Of course, you know me. I would have picked 1,873.
Clark Will's going to be asking you your set of questions. So, Clark, they selected number 7 for their 2-point question. What world are we getting into?
The category is animated.
Oh, I would take animated.
Field animated.
Let me take this, girls.
Yeah, talk this over. We also have to think, well, we could get any other category
That's
for
right.
a 3-pointer. So,
I always used to make Rachel answer the 3-pointer. She knows more
so
than
wise
me.
decision. All right, Scream Queens, we are going to need an answer. Somebody needs to step up to the plate in the world of drawn movies.
I will do it.
All right.
Haley's got
Okay.
it.
For 2 points in the category of animated, your question is, what is the name of the title character in Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yay! I know something.
Pulled it within 5, and so
To
we're
the
gonna
shock
stick
of
with them for their
everyone watching.
And they selected number 13, so this is going to be Kaylin's question. What world did she land in?
Kaylin, your category is Oscar movies.
This is category about movies that
For 3
have
points,
Oscars.
how many Oscars has Jack Nicholson won in his career?
And Kaylin, we're going to give you 20 seconds for this one.
They did a question about the movies, but if I remember correctly, I believe it's 3. It's one flew over the cuckoo's nest,
Go to 5,
and
4,
2 others I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.
8.
The answer is 3.
Yes.
3. So we
I've
got
always been
One
wrong.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I think the booth knew it. Terms of Endearment and As Good as It Gets. Shockingly, he did not win for Wolf.
Oh, that is not shocking.
He was great in that, Clark.
All
He's acting
right.
like a wolf half
Yeah.
the time.
All
I'm
right.
shocked he was not nominated in anger
He gets hit by a
management.
Okay. So now we are all down to the Scream Queens. May now confer for their 5-pointer, and they're going to need all the help they can get, Clark, because they need to get this right, or else we are going to move on to Time Machine.
That's right.
Advancing in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. You didn't know how
Category
to
of
to get to that.
directors With 1 JTE
But you
point
did.
remaining.
Well done, Mark.
Who directed the 2015 indie dramedy The Lobster?
The Lobster. A cook.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
That is correct. They
Wow.
stay in the game.
Maybe he's a cook who cooks
Oh boy.
the
So
lobster.
they're forcing the hand. Scream Queens a great job of avoiding the technical knockout. Now they have forced Time Machine to answer some questions correctly. Hopefully one of these 3 questions is
I
about
commend
the
them for
legendary
fighting
1990
hard.
film Wolf. Time Machine.
Oh, no,
Selected
no.
for your 2-point category, and that is going to be action adventure. So, who wants to take that one for
I'll
the
take it.
possible win? Ethan Irwin has the
Just
chance.
Take it away, Ethan.
The W for Time Machine and
Will
help
you
advance
go down in the win column?
Teams tournament. Ethan, your question for you and you alone. Who plays the role of Willie Scott in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
Kate Capshaw.
And your winners, Time Machine.
Go ahead, do it.
25 to 20.
They didn't do it.
Janine the Machine.
Man.
By Scream Queens, all due credit to them pulling the 5-pointer,
Yeah.
forcing the hand of Time Machine, but Time Machine a little too strong, particularly in round number 2. Boy, did they really have a good, not even a great spin of the wheel, they just know a lot about movies, Clark.
Yeah, they set themselves up really nicely, you know, and Ethan's perfect round 1 plus his bonus definitely helped.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I know I say it all the time, but round 1 can really set you up for an advantage in later rounds, and couple that with a really solid round 2. You know, you're in a good position going into round 3.
You just get into a good rhythm early on, and when you look at Scream Queens, we're not sure really what the future holds for teams at large, because we have this draft we've been hearing about. The chairman is going to have more announcements.
Draft.
When the
I sense a draft coming through.
Live.com, by the way.
Oh,
So
wait.
if you look at the team tournament, do you think
Don't
that
worry,
this,
folks.
this draft that we hear about, you got to think that Kaylin and Haley are two logical picks for a manager to want in their stable. They both know a lot. They have been able to take the name Scream Queens, but gone above and beyond knowing just about horror movies.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're so well-rounded in their knowledge. They are two really, really formidable competitors. And look, this was a close game. I mean, like it's nothing to sneeze at. They made them, you know, they took it all the way to the end. They made Time Machine answer questions, which is always good. And even so, I mean, the numbers were pretty close throughout the whole thing. They made up deficits, which I think is really important. So they're great competitors, and I think any manager would be lucky to have them.
Well, they're going to have to answer some more questions right now, courtesy of our own Jen Sturger. Jen, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I promise mine won't be as difficult.
Thank you so much.
It's so weird because I love seeing you ladies, but I feel like it's always under bad circumstances.
That's been the run. Yeah, you're not wrong. This year has not been the most killer record for us. I'd like to go back to our first year when we kept walking out and giving you big smiles and yay, happy win times.
But you know what? This is just all part of the learning curve here. Do you guys feel like you're learning how to play the game better together?
I do. Like when we spun the wheel and landed on Oscar category, I think that we probably should have just gone with that instead of second guessing ourselves. And I think that's something that we're learning a little bit more each time, is to trust our instincts.
Matthew McConaughey, right?
McConaughey, that son of a bitch.
Oh, kid show. Kid
I have
show.
a beef with Matthew McConaughey.
I was like, wow, that just got deeply personal.
He seems lovely.
Who knew questions about
He's
a
a
son
lovely
so
man.
hard, right?
Okay, so here's another running theme. Didn't stoner comedies bring me down last time we talked? I have not taken your advice and smoked enough bowls, clearly.
Oh, Chris is going to be so mad about that.
Kids
No,
will
leave
not
it, leave it,
understand.
leave it. It's
No,
fine. It's totally
no,
fine.
the kids
So now we
don't
have this draft coming
understand.
up. Obviously, you guys are done now for the tournament, but we will have this draft coming up, and odds are that means the end of the Scream Queens as a team. Are you excited though about the possibility of the draft and like where you may end up?
I love a wild card. Nobody likes change, right? That's the human condition, and I love my friend here, and I don't want to necessarily say goodbye, but I do love the great unknown, embrace the spirit of an explorer, and also that gives, let's say you haven't had the best season of your career, a really good way to shake that off.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to like the new energy of the draft?
I am. I'm going to miss my partner very much because I think the Scream Queens are very special, but it's always exciting to see what's out there.
Well, good luck next season, ladies. I doubt we've seen the last of the Scream Queens. We'll have a reunion at some point, but best of luck to you.
All right, so the Scream Queens, you see, they're looking towards the future, and who knows, we might see them down the road. We still don't have all of the data necessary to make a decision as to whether the Scream Queens are going to be.
We haven't figured out anything yet. You'll find out when it happens.
Time, but what we do know is that the Ultimate Schmoedown team tournament rages on, Clark, and it is going to be the time.
Or if you're a VIP at the Spectacular, they'll probably tell you.
And they now join Jen Sturger. Jen, I would imagine that they are ready to play another match.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy,
They
happy,
are
joy,
ready.
joy.
They're ready, and so we're crossing our arms here. Is this the power stance?
Yeah.
The look of confidence.
Yeah, this is
I'll
the
do
move.
that too.
Friggin' time machine for life, y'all. Yeah.
When did Ethan Irwin get so gangster?
Literally just since last week. Oh, it's spending time in New York is what did it. Yeah.
Spending time in New York,
in
selling
the
a couple
hood.
scripts, it'll give you all the confidence in the world, right?
Yeah, it ain't bad. But no, the best thing, by the way, I would say is being able to, I think, see this partnership with Janine really flourish. You know, again, we were supposed to get together last year and weren't able to. So the fact that not only have we done it, but it have been very successful so far, I couldn't be happier.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started. This is a long time in the making, and it's going to be really great. I'm excited.
So we don't know who your opponent's going to be next. It's either going to be the Looney Bin or the Self-Righteous Brothers. Do you guys have a preference?
I'd probably say the Self-Righteous Brothers. I mean, Tom is terrifying. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on this one. I mean, look, we'll take whatever comes, but yeah, I'm with you.
There you have it, guys. A very, very confident Time Machine. Best of luck the rest of the tournament. Looking forward to see what you guys put out there. I know Jay Washington would be very proud if he was here. Back to you guys.
That's right, Jay Washington's team.
That was fun.
Time Machine
Crossing arms. Whoever invented the crossing arms posture is probably a zillionaire right now.
In the betting mood on Time Machine, maybe getting a belt at the end of this.
Oh boy, I mean they certainly are contenders up there in the highest degree for sure. And this was a great match.
Oh, you got a ticker.
Look,
Boop, boop, boop.
they put
Buy
the
tickets
screen
now.
queens on
Wow.
they put the screen
I actually said the
queens
right
on-
ticker for once.
What did
The
they put them on?
defensive?
Defense?
They put them on the defensive. But
I don't know sports.
But the Scream Queens came back every time.
They did.
They
They
answered.
did. But the thing was that the Time Machine definitely had the advantage throughout the match, and I think that was impressive. So we'll see. But as the tournament continues, they're going to have to face different types of opponents, maybe more confident opponents, and that's going to be a challenge.
That's right. So that is going to do it for us here today. Clark Wolf, we know that we can no longer find your family's McDonald's Batman Forever mugs. They have gone by the wayside, but where can all the kids out there check out all your good stuff?
You can find me online at Clark Wolf, Clark with an E, Wolf with an E, and you can find me in Satanic Panic from Fangoria, which is a fun horror comedy for all of your fall needs, and that is available on VOD and Blu-ray.
I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Else. Make sure you guys check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Select which tier is right for you. And make sure that you guys check us out on podcast form wherever you enjoy listening to stuff. You'll find the Schmoedown. Until next time, that's Clark. I'm Mark. We'll see you soon.
And it kind of rhymes. All right, let's run everybody off. Thank you, Clark and Mark, and that kind of rhymes, and Jen, and Haley, and Kaylin, and Janine, and Ethan. I love that. That is awesome. And I think that's everybody. It's not as many people as I originally thought. So, yay, the knockout streak is finally over. We did it. Whatever it took, we did it. But ultimately, I think by no stretch of the imagination that the better team won. There were no shenanigans that happened. Ethan and Janine just a little bit too strong there, taking out the Scream Queens. And the vibe in the post-match interview kind of suggests that the Scream Queens probably already know that their run has come to an end, which is unfortunate because it was only a year and a half. So to see a team that definitely was having fun together, was not a top tier team, but a team obviously that enjoyed playing, to kind of become victims of this draft per se, especially when they were already victims of the Anarchy tournament last year. Never really got to enjoy a whole lot of time together. They had some matches where they played this year, but just couldn't get off the snide in the and get in the win column this year. So that was kind of a bummer. Ethan, Irwin, and Janine, though, they continue to play strong, play well. They move on to round 2. Going to be fun to see who they end up playing in round 2. I have my opinion on who I think that's going to be, but we'll talk about that when or if it actually happens. So next time we got the family and the Wildberries. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The match that was determined before the team tournament was even announced. I don't know how that works, but it happened. So, needless to say, the Schmoedown gods above, and by the Schmoedown gods I mean Robert Meyer Burnett, wants the Wildberries to be destroyed once and for all. Well, will the family do it? probably, but we'll still find out when it happens. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. You can follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1 and follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown. Become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. And you can also find me hosting the Chokeslam Wrestling Debate on TMG Entertainment page on YouTube. But until next time, I will see you for the family versus the Wildberries. This is JTH. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I bid you adieu.